Good evening, I'm Camden Cohn, and our sports ticker is brought to you by the 1890 Initiative. Earlier today, head coach Matt Rhule spoke to the media for the final time before the Illinois game Friday. He talked about a variety of different topics, including how the week of practice has gone.
They've been great. Yeah, we've really practiced. They've shown up and they've been energized and ready to go. So we practiced tonight, so we walked on Monday, felt very focused. We practiced yesterday. Thought it was probably one of our better practices. So we'll see how the night goes and tomorrow morning. But they've responded so far.
More from Coach Rhule in a little bit. The Big Ten released preseason All-Big Ten women's basketball honors earlier today. Jazz Shelley and Alexis Markowski were each named to the preseason All-Conference team by both the coaches and the media. Nebraska joined Ohio State as the only teams to have two players on the preseason All-Big Ten teams. The Major League Baseball playoffs are underway. Earlier today, the Rangers defeated the Rays 7-1 to advance to the American League Division Series against the Orioles. Currently, the Twins lead the Blue Jays 2-0 in the 7th as they look to take that series. In just a few minutes, the Brewers host the Diamondbacks as the Brewers look to even that series up, and in about an hour, the Phillies look to close out the Marlins. Our sports ticker is sponsored by the 1890 Initiative. Do you want to support Husker student athletes through name, image, and likeness? If so, visit 1890nebraska.com. Now, get ready for a full 2 hours of Sports Nightly right here on the Huskers Radio Network.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented to you by the NDOT Highway Safety Office, who remind you to buckle up and put the phone down.
Lombardi play actions, being rushed, gets hit, goes down, another sack for the Cornhuskers. M.J. Sherman, the first on the scene. It's a loss of 9.
Pass by Harper, quick check. Big Alec, kaboom! GHTV, get at the ball.
Harburg under center. Grant the deep back. They turn, give it off to Anthony right side. Touchdown, Nebraska. Huskers back in front, 13-7.
Left side roll shot, diving dig Merritt Beeson. Here come the Huskers. Fed left, Harper, yes. Off the block and out. They can't even contain her. Forget about stopping her. It's 12-6.
Here are your hosts, Greg Sharpe and Jessica Coody on the Huskers Radio Network.
Here we are. It's our Hump Day show. Sports Out of here on the Huskers Radio Network. Hope you had a great day today. Beautiful weather. Oh, this is it, Jessica. This is fall weather today. Not much wind, about 70 degrees. Just fantastic.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It was really nice. I've been on 2 walks already, one this morning. It was, it doesn't get much better than how it felt this morning.
And we all made it home safe without the rain hitting us last night. Even Cole got back in time.
Boy, but it came in a hurry.
And it was coming down hard.
I barely made it, but it came down, but I think we needed it, right?
We did. Cole, though, we were worried because he was on a scooter.
He was scooting,
He got back, so.
Yeah. I offered him to throw the scoot in the trunk, but, he said it's going to take him 5 minutes, so.
I think he made it, so.
Yeah.
Worry about him melting. Speaking of melting, a little fire at Memorial Stadium in Champaign last night. Apparently, like a gator parked underneath, caught fire. Nothing to the stands and everything's okay. But we had a text. Somebody wanted us to update. There's no issues. Not going to cause any issue for the game on Friday night. The texter also want to know, is it sold out? No, it is not sold out. Illinois did sell 8,000 or 9,000 more season tickets this year. But it's not sold out. So
I remember it being pretty sparse last time we went.
Hot.
Yeah.
Remember how hot it was?
It was.
Like a noon kick, maybe?
Yeah.
I think it was noon.
And it was pretty up, especially on the sides and the corners, was pretty bare, pretty
and
thin.
It's going to be a little chillier. I mean, we're going to be in the low 60s at kick and maybe a little bit of a breeze.
I had to get a coat out. You got me worried.
Yeah, you might want to have a little jacket.
Yeah.
You don't need anything heavy, but you might want a jacket down on the field.
You don't need my parka yet?
Don't need your parka yet. That's coming. Hopefully there are some fireworks at the stadium for the Huskers on Friday night.
I sat down with Nate Borkacher for this week's Cornhusker Conversation today, and I asked him about how this week's gone, and, and I asked him, too, about the Sunday night practice, but I think it's been a good week, and I think they had a pretty good wake-up call, and these times, and we'll see how they kick it off on Friday, obviously, and I think even Coach Rhule alluded to that. I mean, we'll see. We've got a couple more days left before we kick this thing off. But these kinds of situations can bring a team together, and so I think they've rallied together. And I think it's so cool, too. you didn't see this often, and I know this is something that has been very important to this staff, and Gus Felder, who's the director of player development. But, I do my interviews a lot of times around noon on Wednesdays, and we are up there right by the facility, and you walk through there, and they have lunch, and they're all gathered there together, and you hear, and I have to shut the doors because you can hear them, hanging out together, congregating, and it's really neat to see the camaraderie and how busy that second floor is almost all the time, with guys hanging out with their coaches, meeting, all that. And I know the new facility, obviously, but the coaches' offices are obviously still over here. They're not settled in yet. And so it's just been really cool to see. This is it's a close group, and I feel like this week has been pretty good for them from what I can gather.
This is a monster game in my eyes because you're going into the bye week. You at some point you got to kind of plant the flag in a season, and I just feel like that's Friday night. And it probably is for Illinois too. They're in the same boat. They're 2-3 as well. They fully expected to be in a bowl game. They thought they had a team worthy of competing for the West. Obviously losing to Purdue hurt them for that. So I think, to me, games like this are fascinating, and I can't wait for it to get going because I think you're going to see two teams play really hard. But I think the Huskers will play much better this week than they did last week.
I do too. And, I'm not taking anything away from Purdue. I'm a big fan of Graham Harrell. I think he is one of the best offensive coordinators in the country. He's at Purdue and obviously is making things happen there. But Purdue is not on the same level as Michigan.
No.
And I think, and that was one thing that I thought was pretty interesting. What Nate told me today was that, it wasn't the outcome we wanted, but there was a lot that we saw on film that we learned from, that we took away from. And I think you can learn a lot from facing a team like Michigan, and Michigan's on a completely different level than Purdue. And I'm not trying to take anything away, but I think it was a good learning situation. And I'm not saying, I don't know, I'm obviously not embedded with the Illinois camp, but I feel like I feel like they really learned a lot in that game against Michigan. So, and it's going to probably feel not quite as tough battling this opponent as it was last week.
Right, yeah. All right, we'll hear from the coach coming up here in a little bit. He had a press conference this afternoon. The team is actually practicing right now. They practice Wednesday night. Some of that is because of class schedules, the way that they want to practice every Wednesday night. Even with the short week, they had to keep it Wednesday night because, Coach, and he explained this in the press conference today, we've got guys who take early afternoon classes in their curriculum on Wednesdays. We set that up because we want to practice at night, so they kept the night practice. So that's going on right now. They'll have their fast Friday practice tomorrow, even though it's Thursday, and then get on a plane and head to Champaign for the game on Friday night. So the coach coming up here in a little bit. Also, later this hour, the Corn Crib has put together a new Place episode. It's going to deal with the big volleyball match in the stadium in late August. It's going to drop tomorrow night about this time. We're going to give you a little snippet of that tonight.
Yes, they've been obviously doing a lot of work on it. We had a few texts, I think, around the time leading up to it that hopefully there's a documentary being done on this. Well, we had cameras everywhere, all angles. I should have asked how many cameras were out and about trying to cover this thing, but they do it right. That's an Emmy award-winning series, by the way. So they're gonna tell it the best way possible. They did a lot of great interviews, and so I cannot wait for this one to drop. It's probably gonna be one of the favorites, I would think, one of the favorite episodes. So it's gonna be amazing. So make sure you stay tuned on all the social media. It'll be on our YouTube channel, but we'll have a little sneak peek of that coming up.
And also, the athletic department has made little snippets of the court. They put together 5,000 little pieces that you can buy as a commemorative thing. There's only a couple hundred left. They made 5,000, just a couple of hundred of those left. You can get some more information about that at Huskers.com. But those are going out the door in a hurry. Would make a great little Christmas gift for your favorite Husker fan or for a birthday coming up, that type of thing. So, again, this was a day or two ago that there was only a couple hundred left. They may all be gone by now, but they're selling for $92.03 to commemorate the 92,003 that were at the match. So that's going on now, and the Place episode drops tomorrow, but we'll have a little bit of that for you coming up here in just a little bit. All right, also want you to be a part of the program, 402-413-2400. with a call or a text tonight. Camden had this in the ticker. The preseason all-conference team came out for women's basketball, and to no surprise, but certainly well-deserved preseason honors for Alexis Markowski and Jazz Shelley to be thought of as two of the top 10 players in the conference. Nebraska's the only school that had two. They got both those young women on that preseason all-conference team.
Well, and Jazz was all Big Ten at the end of last season. So usually if you're on that at the end of the last season coming back, you're pretty much almost a lock. But Alexis has been around, and she's caused a lot of headaches for a lot of teams around the league, right? This is media, though, right? Or was this coaches?
This is, I think, the coaches, too.
Okay. So, but, yeah, I mean, I think she's well-respected. She's earned her spot. And, I am really fascinated to see the steps she takes this year, because I know that there were parts of her game that she really wanted to work on and improve on. And because, your freshman year, you come out and then sometimes you have that sophomore slump. Not saying she did, but I think she learned a lot her sophomore year. So I cannot wait to see the improvements in her game. We've heard Amy say that with this team, they did a different approach to how they got ready for the preseason. They did a lot of individual work and a lot of individual skill work, focusing on that for their individual games. And so I think I cannot wait to see how that came to fruition for Alexis Markowski. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited about this women's basketball team. I think they've got some really good pieces, obviously a lot of returners, but I'm excited about some of the newcomers. I think they're going to be impact players. And I posted a tweet about it, 25 days till the exhibition for women, and I've got to count it down. I love basketball season, and I am really excited about both these teams.
I need to correct two things. It was both the media and the coaches,
okay.
And they've made both teams. And I think I said that Nebraska was the only one that had two players on that. Ohio State had two players among the 10 that were in there. Also, the coaches and the media a little bit different on their top 5. They didn't pick the entire league, but they picked the top 5. The coaches went Iowa, Ohio State, Indiana, Maryland, Illinois. The media went Iowa, Indiana, so they had them a little higher. Ohio State 3, so they had those flipped. Maryland 4, and Michigan 5 from the media, where the coaches had Illinois as the 5th team. So those came out. The men were going to come out tomorrow, but that's been pushed back a day. So it's not coming out tomorrow. It's going to come out Friday.
I'm a little surprised Indiana, because they lost some pretty key players.
They have Mackenzie Holmes back, their star inside player. And
they did lose, I think, a couple really good seniors.
I'm sure they've got recruiting good players in there as well. But, yeah, so the coaches had Indiana 3, the media had Indiana 2. But, there's a reason, and it'll become evident tomorrow, there's a reason why the men's got pushed back to Friday. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay. Well, I think someone said it in the chat, by the way.
It's a little teaser right there. Somebody in the chat's on, but what?
Yeah.
Those guys doing something?
Those
rascals. All right. 402-413-2400 if you want to be a part of the program. That is our Woodhouse Auto Family Hotline. They are your trusted auto partner with 20 brands, 20 convenient sales and service locations. We're making car buying on your terms. Visit us online at woodhouse.com. Also, hour 2, it's our volleyball show for the week. Again, a day early because volleyball travels tomorrow as well. They're headed up to Michigan to play Michigan State Friday night, Michigan on Saturday, so they travel tomorrow. So we had to bump that show back a day. So John Cook will be here in hour number 2 of the program. All right, take our first break. We'll come back with our practice report next.
Winning a new truck playing Trucks and Bucks from the Nebraska Lottery changes a person. I used to drive around hills. Now I drive over them. I used to hate helping friends move. Now I can do it in one trip. I used to own my own tech company. Now I'm on the professional rodeo circuit. Actually, I'm going back to tech. Bulls are really mean, and I just don't look good in chaps.
Play Trucks and Bucks from the Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds, 1 in 336,000.
Get ready again for some Nebraska farm facts. When there's work to be done, Nebraska soybeans are on the job in many of your everyday products. In fact, Nebraska soybeans are hard at work in Goodyear tires, Ford cars and trucks, Skechers shoes, asphalt, fuels, lubricants, name brand paints and stains, and more. Soybeans are an innovative replacement for petroleum, leading to more sustainable products all over the world. This message is brought to you by Nebraska soybean farmers, growing opportunity from the ground up.
Hey Husker fans, it's Matt Davison with the 1890 Initiative. As we get ready to celebrate 1890's one-year anniversary, I'm proud to say the 1890 Initiative now represents 150 Husker student athletes in 9 sports. And with your help, we can keep 1890 going strong, helping student athletes get the most from their name, image, and likeness, and preparing them for life after college. Visit 1890nebraska.com to learn more about NIL and 1890 and contribute today.
Hi, this is Husker National Champion and Super Bowl champ Tony Veland. October is National Chiropractic Health Month. Regular chiropractic care has been a game changer for me, both during my career and still today. It's the recommended first treatment for chronic lower back pain over prescription opioids. It's natural, drug-free, and safe for all ages. Discover the difference of chiropractic care. Relieve, restore, resume your life. Learn more at nebraska-chiropractic.org. Stay active with chiropractic.
Let's face it, nothing makes you look older than you really are than thinning hair. But what if you could not only increase your hair count, but promote new hair growth without surgery, without drugs with potential side effects, and without a prescription from your doctor? Well, now you can, thanks to a breakthrough new supplement called Hair Grow, provided by New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Europe. Hair Grow is now available in the U.S. Only Hair Grow contains Tocogaya, a powerful antioxidant that has received a U.S. patent. Multiple clinical studies show Hair Grow is safe and effective in promoting new hair growth. In one study, 95% of the patients using Hair Grow saw increased hair count. Don't lose more time and more hair. Try Hair Grow today to feel and look your best. Just go to newnordicusa.com or visit Walgreens or Amazon to purchase. Look younger and feel more confident with Hair Grow by New Nordic at newnordicusa.com.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
For farmers, productivity isn't an option. It's everything. And at Valley, we feel the same, delivering game-changing technology and irrigation solutions that advance agricultural productivity, with the results to prove it. From our leading irrigation technology to expert advice, you can always rely on Valley to bring out the best in your farm. At Valley, productivity isn't an option. It's everything. Visit your local Valley dealer or valleyirrigation.com today.
Farming today is a combination of hard work, innovation, and partnerships to help keep us moving forward. Sapp Brothers Petroleum has provided us with fuel, propane, and lubricants on the farm for many years.
For over 52 years, Sapp Brothers has been a reliable partner to thousands of farmers across our great state. We work hard to make sure our customers have the most reliable supply, provided in the safest manner and at the most competitive price. Trust Sapp Brothers Petroleum to protect your equipment and keep your farm fueled. Sapp Brothers is proud to be an official partner of Huskers Athletics and to serve Nebraska farmers and Husker fans across America's heartland.
Want to get all the latest Husker news straight to your phone? Need to be the first of your friends to get the scoop on all things Huskers? Sign up for text alerts from Nebraska Athletics. Text Huskers to 83200 to get game time notifications and updates, breaking news, special ticket offers, and more straight to your phone. All the Husker news is just a quick text away. Just text Huskers to 83200. Standard text messaging rates may apply and may vary by carrier.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe, think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging?
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Dad, the TV's out. Internet, too.
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
Brought to you by Nebraska 811.
It's more powerful than the legendary Husker option offense. More powerful than the black shirt defense. It's the sun, and you can harness its power with J-Tech Solar. J-Tech, the official solar energy experts of the Huskers, can help you shrink your energy bills and start saving money now. Solar power is clean, affordable, and it's dependable because the sun always shines on the Huskers. J-Tech Solar for your home, business, or agriculture energy needs. Visit jtechsolar.com.
Something big is happening. Introducing Hy-Vee Perks. Now, Hy-Vee Fuel Saver is Hy-Vee Perks. Get the same great benefits like fuel savings. Plus, save even more on hundreds of products store-wide with Hy-Vee Perks prices like Tide. H Perks price $9.97. And bananas. H Perks price 39 cents a pound. Make the switch or sign up for Hy-Vee Perks and start saving today. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
We're back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Acres solutions for every field. 402-413-2400, the number to be a part of the program here on a Wednesday night. Let's head to the phones. Let's go up to Minnesota and Tim. Hello, Tim. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, well, Greg, since I figure that you guys will be gone tomorrow, just wanted to call and say, first of all, early happy birthday.
Thank you.
And I was kind of thinking just about the Illinois game. One thing I maybe see a few likenesses from, in a few ways, from past seasons, but the thing that really occurred to me is, it seems like maybe the secondary and DBs might have a little bit more of an opportunity to create turnovers, because it seems like Altmaier of Illinois had some troubles in the past few games. I'm wondering if there might be a few more opportunities to get picks now. I'm not sure about the pass rush just because sounds like he's rather mobile, but enjoy your birthday tomorrow.
Tim, thank you.
Even if it means traveling a little bit.
I don't mind that at all. Tim, appreciate the phone call. Illinois' offensive line is beat up, banged up. They have given up the most sacks of any team in the Big Ten. I think Nebraska gets to the quarterback, and when you get to the quarterback, you're going to make him make some mistakes. So I agree with you. I think there will be some chances for some interceptions in the game on Friday.
And I know I talk a lot about it, but I know Terrence Knighton is going to have that defensive line room ready to go. I mean, they are going to bounce. I have a big feeling they are going to bounce back in a big way, just because they didn't play up to their standard, and they had some stretches, but they were also they did not do they didn't do their jobs, right? And so I think they're going to be ready to go. I agree. I think they could have a big day.
Yeah, Altmaier has 7 picks. He threw 3 of them in one game. I actually like his game. I think he's pretty good. He's mobile, so he can get and Tim kind of alluded to that, he can make some plays with his legs, a little bit like McCarthy did last week. And McCarthy broke our back a couple of times with scrambles, so you've got to be careful with that element of Altmaier's game. Tim, appreciate the phone calls. All right, time for us to get into tonight's practice report.
The 1890 Initiative presents the Nebraska Football Practice Report.
We're talking about practice.
Do you want to support Husker student athletes through name, image, and likeness? If so, visit 1890nebraska.com.
All right, Matt Rhule met with the media today. This is his last chance to talk to the media before the game on Friday night in Champaign. And we were talking about the defensive line, and Jessica referenced Terrence Knighton. Well, one of his players is Princewell Umanmielen, who is now playing the jack position. They've kind of moved him around a little bit. Here's the coach talking about Princewell.
Yeah, Princewell is an excellent football player. His growth right now has been really good, in the midst of, sometimes when you look at it from 500 feet, you're like, man, we don't really have the results we want. But then you look at it on a really granular micro level, you have guys like Princewell that are really developing and getting better. Like in that game, Riley Van Poppel played in that game last week and wasn't knocked back, wasn't in any way outclassed, wasn't in any way, so I think we have some young players that are really, really going to be good players, and Princewell's one of them. So he's versatile, he's explosive, so he'll continue to find roles for us.
I knew when I sat down with Terrence Knighton on signing day how excited he was about those two, and Riley Van Poppel too. It's crazy that all 3 of those freshmen have hit and are contributing right now.
Yeah,
and are in that rotation, because a lot of times they don't play right away.
Not when you have guys like Nash and Ty.
Yeah.
You're like, well, they're going to get a brunt of this. But they've been able to balance that number of snaps and give those young guys reps, which are huge for them moving forward. And he mentioned Sua I think they think he's got a chance to be a really good player. And also, Vincent Carroll Jackson is another young guy that is probably going to redshirt. They'll maybe get him into 4 games as the season moves along. But I think they feel like that area of the football team is in really good shape moving forward. All right, Illinois, they're 2-3. I don't think their fan base is overly excited about their team right now. It may not be as raucous an atmosphere as what Nebraska played it in Boulder or even Minneapolis for the opening game. So the coach was asked, when you go on the road, do you have to try to create your own energy?
Yeah, Coach Reed, Andy Reed, when I was at Temple, he was in Philadelphia. I know his family really well, and Coach Reed would always say to his team, which would then matriculate to me, all great teams do 3 things. They eliminate distractions, they create their own energy, they fear nothing, attack everything. And so creating our own energy is what we try to do at practice, and we simulate that, like even going out at La Tech in the rain delay, trying to create your own energy. When you're having a tough ball game like last week, you have to try to create your own energy. Some guys did, some guys didn't. We created a lot of energy on Sunday night, and no one was watching. We created a lot of energy yesterday morning. We'll have to do that Friday night. It'll be great to be on the road. They'll have, I haven't been to Illinois since I was a player, but I'm sure they'll have an excellent atmosphere. But on the road together, it's all of us just kind of huddled on the sideline, and that's really where some of the growth for our team is. In terms of that winning mindset of what happens when they take the opening kickoff back for a touchdown. Let's say, what happens if you're down by 14? Where's your energy at then? And to me, some guys are really starting to step up and realize, like, hey, I could be that guy. Right now it's the coaches, and, I'm not equipped to do that. So can it be Tommy Hill? Can it be Giff? Can it be Ty Robinson? Can it be, can it be Ethan Piper? Can it be Heinrich or Jeff or Billy Kemp? Who are those guys going to be for us? And that's part of this process. And so this will be a real challenge for us Friday night in all these areas.
I mean, Coach just said it. He loves playing on the road, and it is. It's an us against the world mentality, and a lot of players feel that way too. And, Searles had a good point on the podcast this week about, when you talk about changing the mindset and and not playing to lose, right? We've heard that some this week, playing not to lose. A lot of that comes with building your confidence and getting in the win column, and there's nothing like going into somebody's house and beating them there on their home turf. He said it's great winning at home, don't get me wrong, but if you're talking about a confidence builder, a confidence boost, and getting that winning mentality, there's nothing that jolts it like winning on the road. And so this is a huge opportunity to kind of maybe get some things rolling.
Just where it falls in the schedule is huge, too, because of the bye week right after. Man, if you could pick off a win, you ride that momentum into the bye week, and then you got the next 2 at home with Northwestern and Purdue. It's just a huge, huge game within the 2023 season. It really is.
And you and I can say that, but this team obviously is not saying that. And they're nameless, faceless opponent. It's 1-0. We got to take care of business this week. But yes, I mean it's a huge turning point at this point. I think it's a really, really big game, and it could really change things. Put this team on a launching pad for those next 3 games. I mean, you mentioned, these next 4 are really big, but this one is really critical to lead into those next 3.
Bart, on our text line, is Ethan Piper injured? Looks like he has a cast on his right hand while playing.
Yeah, he does have a cast, but that's not really unusual for offensive linemen to play with casts. Searles said that he played with casts. But yes, he's wearing a cast, and he has for the last couple weeks. He had one on the other day after the win over, I think it was maybe even Northern Illinois, because I interviewed him after the game, and he had one on. So,
okay, very good. I had not noticed that, but it's not affecting his play, I don't think.
No, because I think it's his left hand. So if he puts his right hand in the ground, and again, a lot of those offensive linemen will play with casts, or it might not even be broken. You don't even know. Sometimes it just might be a protection thing.
All right, 402-413-2400. That's the number if you want to be a part of the program with a call or a text. Visit a participating AGCO dealer, people, between now and November the 3rd. Get yourself entered for a chance to win a pair of tickets to the Nebraska-Iowa football game coming up on November 24th in Lincoln. We'll also throw in a couple of pregame tailgate packages for you, little passes to get you in and have some food before the game. See True Turf and Ag in Osmond, Columbus, and Fall City, Osceola Implement and Kearney Equipment to enter and you may be a winner this season. 402-413-2400. Congratulations to the Minnesota Twins. They just dusted off the Toronto Blue Jays. They're moving on in the American League playoffs. We're back with more coming up.
There's room at the table, saving you money on every gallon at a CVA fuel site. Central Valley Ag offers a 5-cent per gallon discount at the pump to CVA fuel card holders. Now, for a limited time, get a 5-cent discount and be entered to win 2 VIP tickets to a Husker football game when you get a new or additional CVA fuel card. Sign up to win at CVAcoop.com. Our planet is hungry. Together, we feed it. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
Out here, we raise stronger people, stronger crops, and we proudly raise our flag to that. Let the weather, pests, and pressures try to beat us down. We only keep growing up. With the next-gen genetics, the pure acre-for-acre know-how of these soils, and a deep pride of our roots, we are born to raise at Hogemeyer. Learn more at therightseed.com.
This statement has not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
When it comes to my lifestyle and diet, I don't always make the smartest choices.
Touchdown! Woo! Hey, how about another round and some more chips?
But when it comes to taking care of my liver, I do make one very smart choice. Active liver tablets from New Nordic. I used to have real issues with my liver, and at my last checkup, my doc was concerned about my numbers. But since adding a once-a-day active liver tablet, my gut's better, I feel great, and my doctor's happy. I ask a lot of my liver, so the least I can do to say thanks is a daily dose of Active Liver.
Active Liver is one of many award-winning health products from New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Scandinavia. Purchase at Amazon.com or for a volume discount, visit NewNordicUSA.com. Available as a tablet or delicious sugar-free gummy. Protect and help your liver the easy and effective way with Active Liver at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
We could tell you all about what makes Ford F-Series the #1 trucks in America for 46 straight years. But why tell you when we could show you instead? Because in the Midwest, talk is cheap and actions speak. On the lake, on the job, or on the town. Choose the trucks that deliver on the claims. Ford F-Series is made for the real world. This is Chiefs Kingdom. Get 3.9% financing for 66 months, plus up to $3,750 bonus cash on F-150 XLT, official truck of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Farming today is a combination of hard work, innovation, and partnerships to help keep us moving forward. Sap Brothers Petroleum has provided us with fuel, propane, and lubricants on the farm for many years.
For over 52 years, Sap Brothers has been a reliable partner to thousands of farmers across our great state. We work hard to make sure our customers have the most reliable supply, provided in the safest manner and at the most competitive price. Trust Sap Brothers Petroleum to protect your equipment and keep your farm fueled. Sap Brothers is proud to be an official partner of Huskers Athletics and to serve Nebraska farmers and Husker fans across America's heartland.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Dear roads, trails, and rivers, you ready for some SUV action? Toyota SUVs can roll their sleeves up for tight turns and twisty trails, dress up for a night out on the town, or head to the great outdoors. Take your family adventure game to a whole new level with the roomy Highlander. Make a serious splash with the rugged, revved-up RAV4. And tow all your toys in the spacious new Sequoia. Don't forget the trail-taming 4Runner and the sleek Venza Hybrid. All Toyota SUVs feature a whole suite of creature comforts to keep you and yours cozy in the cabin. Check out this legendary lineup at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, or Baxter Toyota of Lincoln.
What's colder than the coldest? A polar bear. Live reports of polar bear on the loose. Man, is it cold enough for a polar bear in here?
Yes, we use SOS. Come on in.
SOS to the rescue! Nebraska defensive lineman Nash Hoving here. People know me as the polar bear, and when I want to stay cool, I call SOS. Their techs don't make commissions, so they give you an honest opinion, fair pricing, and longer warranties than the competition, guaranteed. Mention the polar bear and get a free 10-year labor warranty on new York equipment. The best warranty in town.
Knottle Companies is proud to support Husker Athletics. As a leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Sunny's at Exarban, and Row House Townhomes on Leavenworth. Knottle Companies is adding Omaha's first hybrid timber building to the skyline. Soon to follow is Builders Green Park, surrounded by mouth-watering food, exciting retail, and a hub of thriving businesses. Knottle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Go Huskers!
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
It's more powerful than the legendary Husker option offense. More powerful than the black shirt defense. It's the sun, and you can harness its power with J-Tech Solar. J-Tech, the official solar energy experts of the Huskers, can help you shrink your energy bills and start saving money now. Solar power is clean, affordable, and it's dependable because the sun always shines on the Huskers. J-Tech Solar for your home, business, or agriculture energy needs. Visit jtechsolar.com.
Woodhouse Auto Families, your trusted auto partner. 20 brands, 20 convenient sales and service locations. We're making car buying on your terms. Visit us online at woodhouse.com. Greg Sharpe, Jessica Coody with you here on a Wednesday night. Volleyball show coming your way at the top of the hour. The head coach will be here. They're getting ready to take off for the state of Michigan, where they'll play the Spartans Friday, the Wolverines on Saturday. 402-413-2400, the numbers. Let's go to Saunders County and Rob. Good evening, Rob. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. I just got a comment and a question. I went down to the Husker basketball night, 10 days ago or whenever it was, and I'll tell you, Husker fans are going to be shocked. I have never seen players like that in Lincoln, Nebraska. I was stunned by the size and the agility that they got down there. So Husker fans are going to be pretty shocked this year. And here's my question. Lisa Bluter, the Iowa women's coach, was on TV about a couple weeks ago at halftime of a game, and she said Iowa's going to have an outdoor basketball game October 15th. It's going to set the record for most basketball fans at a women's game. But how can it be a record when it's not even the season? It'd be a scrimmage. So would you guys talk about that, and then I'll hang up and listen. Thank you.
Rob, first, I agree. I think Fred Hoiberg's got a nice collection of players.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody thinks much about them around the conference. I think they're going to be a surprise team this winter, and I think we're going to love rooting for them, too.
I do, too. And he's got a lot of guys that are the kind of players that you want on a pro team, at any given level, because you've got guys that can stretch the floor, like Rink Mass can step out and knock down an outside shot. Bryce Williams is huge. Yes. He's tall, and he was like a 40% three-point shooter. So, you've got some pieces that are going to cause some matchup problems.
Agreed.
And then also that I think he also got some pieces that are also going to cater to Casey's strengths, right? That playing off that ball screen that we saw that worked so well with Derek Walker. Now, the big thing will be, how does the point guard? What does the point guard look like? I think that's probably the big question mark for me. We'll see how that looks once they get going. But, that was kind of the big question mark, I think. But all the other pieces, I am absolutely in agreement.
Josiah is going to be a fan favorite because he's going to play so hard.
You should have seen him coming out in the smoke in the tunnel. I mean, he's like flexing and banging on his chest.
And we haven't even mentioned guys like Lawrence or Wilcher are just nice parts who've played pretty well in this league. And those are guys that may have their minutes reduced because of the players you laid out there.
C.J. Wilcher has had some big moments. Now, I know he's been a little streaky, but last year we saw him be better rebounder. His defense has improved. And then Sam Hoiberg, I mean, there are a lot. This is a deep team.
Eli Rice, don't sleep on Eli Rice.
I am so excited about him. He is going to be so good. I am really excited about him.
And I was a huge Juwan Gary fan before he got hurt last year. His energy and his want to. I agree with the caller. I'm glad you brought that up. I think this is going to be a fun winter around here for both the men and women. I think you're going to want to get to PBA to watch this team play.
And I obviously haven't been here for years and years, but it does look a lot different than the two teams in the past. I mean, even with Sam Griesel and Derek Walker. But I mean, and oh, by the way, Blaze Keita is coming back too.
Hopefully he can get healthy.
Yeah.
My foot's bad for
But
him right now.
so, anyways, yeah, it does. It looks like a different basketball team. I mean, that looks like a team that you would want to have stepping off the bus, and that's a looking good off the bus type kind of team.
Now, the women's event, you're right, it's an exhibition game because it's going to be a week from Sunday, so it's the 16th of October. Iowa sold about 45,000 tickets for this event, so the game will not count. So the caller's kind of right because it's not going to be a game that actually counts, but it is an exhibition game. Good for them to do this. It elevates women's sports. They've got the hottest ticket in town in Caitlin Clark, and she's drawn some what's the word I'm looking for? She's drawn some inspiration from what she saw from Nebraska in the volleyball event here.
Yeah, your friend Scott Docterman, who comes on the show quite often, he put out this tweet today. I retweeted it if you want to read it, but I'm going to read it right here. So he has this quote from Caitlin Clark. Says she's a fan of Nebraska volleyball and thought the outdoor match at Memorial Stadium was, quote, one of the coolest events she's ever seen. Quote, I think it shows how excited people are for women's sports. Caitlin called it a win for the state of Nebraska. So she tweeted about it that night. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. I know that there are a lot of Nebraska fans that do not like Caitlin Clark. I'm a fan. I think you have to appreciate and respect what she's done in her game and the amount of time and effort she's put in to be where she's at. But I think it's awesome that she gave a tip of the cap to Nebraska volleyball. That's for sure.
And speaking of that night, tomorrow at 5:30, the Corn Crib, which is Nebraska's in-house social media group, they put together a mini documentary about that night inside Memorial Stadium. And I guess we got a little clip from John Cook that's part of this.
John Cook and Emily Eman. So here is a little bit of a portion of some of what you'll hear in the Place documentary.
There are definitely mornings, afternoons, evenings where it just hits you that what we just did. I mean, we look at a world record, a record for Memorial Stadium, which I still can't really fathom that one. Bigger than any football game ever played there. Just there's been so many, and it hits. And then the other thing that keeps coming back are two great memories. The tunnel walk is one. I mean, and if you talk to everybody there, our team, a lot of them said the tunnel walk was that. And then the other great memory that keeps popping up all the time, it just happened yesterday, is the clip that you guys did with me and Lexi. And she's like, Coach, soak it all in. And I'm like, what? And she goes, you soaking it all in? And I go, yeah, I am. So that was a classic, powerful image of, I think it really just about what the whole night was all about, and trying to really appreciate it, take it in, and live the experience.
I had tears the entire game from the minute we started and then right when we ended. Luckily for me, we didn't have to talk. We got crowd noise and people hyping it up, so luckily we could be quiet. But once the game ended and I took my IFB out and, ripped my headset off, I remember hugging Connor and just saying, we're a part of history. This is the coolest thing that I probably will ever cover. I have aspirations of covering Olympics and national championships, but nothing's ever going to live up to this event because of how big it was and how big of a celebration of our sport that it was. You can do it again, but it's never going to replicate the same feel that we had on August 30th.
Oh, I love that. Again, that was Coach Cook and Emily Eman. And the Place, 5:30 tomorrow, so mark your calendars. I know that we had a lot of people wanting to make sure that we told all the ins and outs of this story. And Whitney, who was a part of my podcast on The Dig a couple weeks ago, she is an impressive 13-year-old. She was there. She's going to be part of it. So there's a lot of really cool voices and perspectives from fans to the broadcasters, to players and coaches that are all going to be able to share their perspective of this monumental night. So I'm excited about it, and make sure you check it out tomorrow, 5:30.
Can't wait. That'll be they do amazing work with those Place pieces. So
yeah, Emmy Award winning. I can't say that enough.
Absolutely. Mike in the chat, we were talking about Husker basketball. He said we need a true Big Ten post player. Haven't had one in years. I don't know. Blaze Keita's kind of a true post, right? He's 6'11", long arms, block shots, rebounds.
I think he's definitely a true, and that's his shot and his step back. That part has been developed. He's been a guy that's been in there that you call in to really disrupt things and get some rebounds and crash the glass. But basketball's not really like that anymore. Even the NBA, there's really not a lot of traditional big men. It's kind of stretch fours, I feel like, is what most teams have. Now, I mean, Purdue obviously has an ED, and there are a few teams, but I mean, the teams that make the runs in the NCAA tournament, I mean, Purdue got bounced in the, Sweet 16?
Second round. They didn't make the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Or was it the first round? I think they lost in the first round. They did. They got beat by...
I can't remember.
They were a 1 seed or a 2 seed and lost to the 16 or 15.
Big Ten didn't even have a team in the Elite Eight, right?
Nope, did not have one in the Elite Eight. So, I think people get caught up. And I think Nebraska has plenty of size. Rink Mast is 6'10". Josiah is 6'9", 6'10". Blaze is 6'11". Jawan Gary is 6'8" and plays big because of how physical he is. I think we have plenty of people.
And they didn't have problems last year because they couldn't match up with teams.
No,
didn't. They had times scoring sometimes, but they were much better on the defensive end last year. It wasn't like they just got out-bullied, outmatched inside. I mean, I can't really think of many other than Purdue, and which Purdue, Nebraska took to overtime, right? Or should have beat them here.
Here in early December, had that horrible call at midcourt that gave them free throws that got the game to overtime. Also, I just think this team, and Fred reminds people all the time, from February 1st last year to the end of the regular season, so you're talking about 5 weeks, Nebraska had the best record in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
People kind of forget, they sleep on that. I'm telling you, I think they're a sleeping pick in the Big Ten this year. I'm not saying they're going to win the league, but I think they're going to win a lot of basketball games.
I think so too. I think they've got some really good pieces now. Again, you talk about the point guard. We talked about the point guard, but also with so many new pieces, how are they going to come together and gel?
Correct.
Which I do think is what's so brilliant about how they set up the schedule. Knowing that too, they don't have a lot of just absolute gauntlets like they had last year throughout the entire non-conference. So it's going to give them some time to build and gel and adjust together before they enter the Big Ten. So that's another thing that you'll be looking out for, is how is this team going to come together with so many new pieces, and a lot of pieces that weren't here in the summer, like K-State didn't play in the summer.
Rink
missed some. There were some injuries.
Messiah was out some.
Yeah, there were some injuries. So this is kind of this preseason's like the first time that they're really getting together. So that will be a work in progress too.
AAA Nebraska is giving away the ultimate away game experience. It's the Huskers road game getaway. It'll include a couple of tickets to the Nebraska-Michigan State game up in East Lansing on November the 4th, so almost a month, exactly a month from right now. The winner's also going to get a $2,500 AAA travel gift certificate. That covers your flight. That will cover your flights, the hotel, any other travel accommodations you need. To get yourself entered, go to huskers.com/AAA football getaway. Expect something more with AAA. We're back to wrap up hour one next.
Hey Huskers, it's a new day in Nebraska. Manzer Equipment, Mertz Farm Equipment, and West Point Implement of Columbus have teamed up as True Ag and Turf. Coach Rhule is bringing innovation and high-performance standards to Husker football, and True Ag is doing the same to your farm with game-changing Fendt equipment. As Big Red establishes power on the field, True Ag and Turf does the same in the field by welcoming Fendt to Nebraska. Triple B Feed has the products to help your cows thrive. Whether it's weekly delivery of consumption-controlled Lumix liquid mineral with protein or Sweet Pro block supplements for space feeding, while also stretching your forages up to 25% better, Triple B has you covered. Let Brian and Brad Blauhorn take some of the stress out of your beef production this year. For more information and other products, visit triplebfeed.com. Triple B Feed, helping you and your cattle.
Shop smarter online for your next vehicle with Buy Now from Woodhouse. Car buying 100% online from your local trusted auto partner. Easily compare hundreds of hand-picked, safety-inspected cars, trucks, and SUVs' features, capabilities, and payments. Conveniently apply for financing and complete your paperwork for purchase 100% online, anytime from anywhere. Plus, we'll deliver it to your driveway. Woodhouse, delivering a better way to car buy online with Buy Now.
Life doesn't come with guarantees, but working with Rob Seco comes pretty close. Our strategic investments in the seed we offer are designed to directly improve your bottom line. From full trait platforms, breeding and development, to field-by-field planning and seed-driven crop inputs, with Rob Seco, you have precisely what you need to improve plant performance and increase yield. Every farm, every crop, and every acre. Learn more at robseco.com.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Winning a new truck playing Trucks and Bucks from the Nebraska Lottery changes a person. I used to drive around hills. Now I drive over them. I used to hate helping friends move. Now I can do it in one trip. I used to own my own tech company. Now I'm on the professional rodeo circuit. Actually, I'm going back to tech. Bulls are really mean, and I just don't look good in chaps.
Play Trucks and Bucks from the Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds, 1 in 336,000.
Back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Acres solutions for every field. Final few minutes of our show here tonight. Volleyball show coming up at the top of the hour. Lauren is going to host. You're going to co-host, Jessica, with the head coach, John Cook. JB is off doing whatever tonight. He does have another job. He's probably doing something with that tonight.
Yeah, I think because when it moved from Thursday to Wednesday.
Yeah, fouled him up.
Yeah.
So they're back to Thursday, by the way, next week, folks. So this a couple Wednesdays here, and I think there's one in November there on a Wednesday night. So good stuff.
Lauren asked the best questions to Coach Cook anyway.
She can ask stuff that nobody else really can ask.
I was going to ask her if there's ever a time that she thinks, I probably shouldn't ask that.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good.
Like in her mind, if she ever thinks, I don't know if I should ask
Why
that or
don't
not.
you work her into the rotation on the dig?
I know, I need to.
That'd be kind of good, I think.
Yeah.
Just to get her thoughts on.
Well, because she watches just as much, and even Coach Cook points out a lot of the times that she sees things that he doesn't see.
Yeah.
So.
And again, that's because she was a setter, quarterback of the volleyball team. They just look at things a little differently. I hope people have really enjoyed Big Red Reaction with our rotating guys joining Coatney. In fact, I got a nice text today from Tommy Armstrong. He said, guys, I just want to tell you I'm really enjoying working on the Big Red Reaction show this season. So I hope people have enjoyed that. Tommy's been a delight. He's done a couple shows. He's not there Friday. He's coaching a high school football game, as is Damon. So Damon will not be with us. Jeremiah will be doing color in the booth with me, but it'll be Josh Banderas on Friday night's show. And the chat room is having a lot of fun discussing likes and dislikes of Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, I kind of stirred something up. I knew she's such a lightning rod, right? I feel like if a lot of people are one way or the other, I appreciate her game. I've said this a million times. I'm a referee's daughter, a referee's sister, and I don't like it no matter who's yelling at the refs, man, woman, it doesn't matter. I don't like the whining, but I like her game. I think it is really fun to watch.
She has been unbelievably popular and helpful to the sport of women's college basketball. She just is a superstar that the TV networks can't get enough of. Tom down in Kansas says, Greg, real quick, give me an early prediction on baseball. I actually was out there today. I went out and watched some scrimmage today, talked to Coach Bolt for a little bit. They do have the #1 JUCO class in the country, and they got a bunch of guys. I love the new center fielder, a lot of arms. I think they're going to pitch it better than they have in recent years. And they got a lot more speed, so they're going to run the bases a lot more. But we'll talk more baseball. Try to get Coach Bolden here in the next couple of weeks. I'm out. Volleyball show coming up next.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
It's more powerful than the legendary Husker option offense. more powerful than the black shirt defense. It's the sun, and you can harness its power with JTech Solar. JTech, the official solar energy experts of the Huskers, can help you shrink your energy bills and start saving money now. Solar power is clean, affordable, and it's dependable because the sun always shines on the Huskers. JTech Solar for your home, business, or agriculture energy needs. Visit jtechsolar.com.
There are a lot of rates out there, and it can be tough to find the right one. Well, let's make it easy. With FNBO's special offer CD of 5.5% APY for 3, 7, or 17 months, you can earn more, save more, and do more. That's 5.5% annual percentage yield for 3, 7, or 17 months at your nearest FNBO location with a minimum deposit of $500 and an FNBO Premier Checking account. So stop on by and give your savings a great big boost with the Great Big Small Bank. FNBO, member FDIC.
Maybe your hometown celebrates long-standing Swiss traditions. Cow chip throwing. Or even classic car muscle. Everyone has a hometown, and every hometown has a festival. Cenex wants to hear about yours. That's why we're launching the Hometown Throwdown. Tell us about your fest, and it could win $100,000. Learn more at CenexHometownThrowdown.com. Cenex, powered locally.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska exists to be there with you. They are rooting for the schools and teachers who make our communities great. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska is proud to sponsor Touchdowns for Teachers and ask Husker fans to nominate outstanding educators who help Nebraska students reach their potential. If there's a teacher you want to recognize for the impact they've made in your community, find a nomination form at huskers.com/touchdownsforteachers.
It's time for the Nebraska Volleyball Coaches Show. Alongside head coach John Cook.
Line drives it to Sky McCune. Great pass by the Gretna Dragon. Outside set. And a big block. Lindsey Krause. Big Alec. Down in front of Keely Davis. The Big Reds within 2. Free ball by the libero. And the near kill until Lexi Rodriguez saved it. Unreal. Lexi Rodriguez kept it alive. It's 19-9. They're on their feet in Lincoln. Liz Grigorski, former Wisconsin Badger. Line drive serve. Good pass. Rodriguez the slide. Wow. Andy Jackson. Kaboom. And that draws some oohs and ahs. 6-5 Nebraska. Setter dump attempt after a high pass by Schaffmaster. They joust for it. Now Nebraska's got a left side swing. Alley bait horse dug by Kylie Moore. Minnesota feeds left. Shot. Big block. Garrett Beeson got in front of Walker.
Here is your host, Jessica Coody, on the Huskers Radio Network.
Welcome back and into our weekly Nebraska volleyball show. I'm Jessica Coody, going to be handing things over to Lauren Cook-West. John Baylor is out tonight, but we already have lots of calls and texts rolling in, so get those in for Coach Cook and Lauren on our Woodhouse Auto Family hotline. Woodhouse Auto Family is your trusted auto partner with 20 brands and 20 convenient sales and service locations. We're making car buying on your terms. Visit us online at woodhouse.com. 402-413-2400, that number to call or text. And I believe Lauren is already online and ready to take over. Lauren, you hear us?
Yeah, thanks, Jessica. All I have to say is the women of HRN are taking over tonight.
Yes, let's do it.
This doesn't happen often, but here we go.
We should do this more often, by the way.
Yeah, we should. We should. Coach Cook, how are you doing? How tired are you? How stressed are you? Are you happy you don't have to play Purdue or Indiana again this Big Ten season? And what are your thoughts after this past weekend?
That was a lot of questions there, Lauren.
I know.
We had a okay practice, went hard, but there was ugly moments. But I just was entertained at training table with the freshmen and Lexi and Hayden and Maisie, and Becca. So if you've never experienced that, we should be selling off dinner with those dudes at training table because it is a riot. And Bergen was there too, and Laney and Andy. So some of the other princesses bailed because they're getting their nails done tonight, so for the road trip. So that is maybe the most important piece of information we're going to discover in the radio show tonight. So
speaking of nails, we had a question on Twitter, and someone asked if the long nails affect block touches.
they say they don't, although the other day one blew off Lindsey Krause and blood started going all over the court. It was actually in warm-ups. And but here's the other thing: Harper and Merritt both got their hair done yesterday, so I was in trouble because I didn't notice today. So Lauren, these are my days. So how can you be stressed out? Because it's just non-stop entertainment. So I didn't do my job today coaching because I didn't realize that they got their hair done. So Merritt's, well, I'm not going to break it. I guess you'll have to see it on TV. And
Merritt's blonde?
No, not blonde. But I'm not going to say anything because that's out of my lane. So anyway, there's my night, Lauren, and we. I think Purdue's a fun place to play. It's a hard place to play. And Indiana is, it's a tough gym to play in, not because of the crowd. It's just their floor is so hard. And a bunch of our players have sore knees after we play there. And anyway, it's hard on your bodies because they just, the way they design that floor is like, it literally feels like cement. So anyway, we're on to the Michigans.
Larry texted in and wanted to know what happened with the blocking in the Indiana match.
Indiana had a great game plan. They set the ball off the net, and they were just trying to hit high hands, so they made it very difficult. And for a while there, it was working really well. And then, as you saw, as the match went on, I think we got them down to like 150 or something as the match went on. But they had a good game plan. They just couldn't stay with it. And then also part of it is, the first thing to go when you're fatigued, we had a 5-game match the night before, is blocking. It's the most technical, disciplined skill in volleyball. And, it's just a matter of a half inch here, half inch there where your hand is, where you set up. And because of what they were doing, we got a little undisciplined and started chasing after them instead of just staying with what we're doing. And so guess what we worked hard on this week was blocking. So, and trying to be more disciplined.
Hopefully you worked on serving as well.
Lauren, I don't want to jinx our serving, but we did something today in serving we've never done ever. And there's two big drills we do. One's called JC on a box with live serves, and another one's called overload. We do it with live serves. We used to do overload with you, but we didn't do live serves. We went the entire those two drills. That's probably a half hour and never missed a serve. So
you just jinxed it.
Yeah. No, I didn't, because I'm believing and getting these guys to believe. And again, you got to remember that that's our first, for half our team, that was our first on the road back-to-back, which we haven't had to do, on the road in two tough places, both sold out, hyped up. It was Purdue our sixth ranked team we played in a row?
I believe so.
Yeah.
5th or 6th.
Yeah, and then Indiana is probably should be ranked. And if you look at the Pablo RPI, they're actually 10 places higher than Purdue. So technically, they're ranked 24th in the Pablo, which is more accurate than anything out there, because the Pablo takes in who you play, what the scores are, was it home and away, did you win by 3, did you get to go 5, all those things. And so anyway, Indiana's a very good team. So we got tested, we got punched, and we found a way to win. And our team, you know, they didn't panic, they stayed with it, and found a way to just kind of wear those teams down and win the close ones at the end.
We have our first caller tonight. Jim, you are on with Coach Cook. Welcome in.
Hi, Coach.
Hello.
Congratulations on your season so far.
Thanks.
I have a question. Probably a month ago or so, you said that Hayden Kubik was one of the most consistent receive passers on the team. When she has played, she's done pretty well at the outside hitters. I was just wondering if you can share why she does not get a little bit more playing time. And then I do have another comment after you answer that.
Yeah, it's a very good question, and we've been trying to give Hayden opportunities in practice with giving her more responsibility and give her opportunities. And she is, in our drills and our stats, she is very consistent. The problem is she's got to be consistent in everything else to go with it. And I was actually going to put her in at Indiana. I was very close, and I can't remember. We were getting ready to put her in, and then I can't remember what happened, or we've got to run or whatever. And but she's somebody that she's had a really good week of practice, and I'm going to look for opportunities to get her in.
Great. I'm sure the fans will appreciate it, because when she does get put in, they sure go crazy. So, and then the second thing, I'm with the Valley Fire Department, and we just had a fundraiser. I created a 20 by 24 print of kind of a commemoration of the Volleyball Day in Nebraska. I think it came out really awesome.
Yeah.
It sold for $2,600 at the auction.
Wow.
My wife and I would like to present you with a copy of that, so I wondered if maybe offline we can arrange that somehow.
Okay, great. That would be
so
great.
I will just hang on.
Yeah, I saw another. So I signed one. I don't know where it came. I know the guy. I don't know him very well, but he was from out of state, and he dropped it off for me to sign. So I never actually interacted with him, but it was an unbelievable shot of the stadium. It was beautiful, and he wanted me to sign that. And I don't know where he got it from, but it was really cool. So I'm assuming this is going to be something very similar.
Yeah, it may be. I think mine's very unique. But you did sign the Volleyball Day in Nebraska branded volleyball for us, and that sold for $4,100 because I went around and got the other 3 coaches to sign it also. So that's a very unique volleyball. Was a good fundraiser for the fire department.
Well, good, and we appreciate all you guys do. And Lauren's husband is a volunteer firefighter, and in Victor, Idaho as well. And just so you know, Jim, my brother-in-law and his 2 sons are all firefighters in the CDF, California Department of Forestry, and fight big forest fires in Southern California. One of them's a captain. 2 of them are captains, and another one's engineer. So much respect for what you guys do. It's a tough job.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's a lot of time, but it's very rewarding too. So, do I just hang on and then talk to someone afterwards, or how do I do this?
Yeah, just hang on. Just hang on, and one of our producers will talk to you.
Okay.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jim. All right, Amy from Norfolk sent us a text, and I actually want to know the answer to this as well, Coach Cook, because I've thought about this often so far this season, and not that you need to boost your offensive numbers, but why don't you guys run any sort of stack plays, whether it's, and I think Amy is referring to something, maybe a slide and then a out of the back row, a right side attack, and stacking in that zone and trying to get the block to jump with that front row attacker and then maybe set the back row attacker.
Yeah, that used to work in the old days. It doesn't work anymore because the blockers are so physical now, and if you bring blockers in with 2 hitters coming in the same zone, they can stay there and hang there, and you're going to always hit against 2 blockers. So we try to run what's called a spread offense. So we're trying to attack at the left pin, the right left antenna, the right antenna, and then something down the middle of the court. And that way, now you're trying to spread that block out and create openings in the block, and you're making them have to defend antenna to antenna. If you run a stack, they only have to defend about 4 or 5 feet width. So we used to do that. In fact, we did it a lot in 2000 when we went undefeated and won the national championship. We had a player, Angie Oxley, who coaches at Creighton now. We ran a lot of stacks with her, and it was very successful. But the game's changed, and because everybody starts their blockers pinched in, so they're daring you to set outside, and that's what we do too. So it's harder and harder to get kills like that up the middle of the court or in one zone because they'll just shift over there.
Is Bergen, we got this question on Twitter, is Bergen the sole reason for your team attacking at such a high hitting percentage, or is there other factors that go into that?
No, attacking is a whole team thing. But as you know, a setter can raise the level, just like a quarterback can raise the level of an offense if they can, run and throw and be accurate and make good decisions. It's no different in volleyball. I mean, Bergen's essentially running the triple option every play. Every time there's a pass, she's running the triple option. So she's Tommy Frazier, and she's got to make a decision on the quick. Does she pitch? Does she throw it, to behind or throw it out to the left, or throw it in the back row, or she can also keep it and attack on her own. So that's the best analogy I like to use for what a setter has to do. It's very similar, and she's making that decision, in very quick time, and then she has to locate, and as you know, Lauren, in setting, the most consistent or the most important thing is a consistent tempo. Is it the same set every time? And then the next thing is location, and when things are going good, the hitters feel really good. If setters are setting all over the place, then the hitters don't know where to go, and it gets tough. So no different than Heinrich throwing to a receiver. I mean, those receivers, he's got to know where those receivers are going to be and lead them and let them get to that ball. If he's throwing behind them over their head and stuff, it's really hard. So it's just a fine line you're always balancing, and then we have some good arms. So you put them in a good spot, they're going to kill balls.
In order to be able to run this spread offense, you have to be able to pass. How do you grade passing? And if a fan is watching a match, they don't put passing stats up on the board. They have, kills, blocks, digs. How does a fan assess how you're passing as a team?
Basically, the easiest way is to watch Bergen. How much is she running to set the ball? How much is she bump setting it? Are other people having to set it? Are we passing balls into the bleachers? But again, passing is also, you want a consistent tempo and a consistent location. It doesn't have to be perfect. So we put on the floor a big box, and we just say, just pass it in the box. Get it in the box somehow, and make sure you get it high enough that, Bergen doesn't have to shrink from 6 feet to 4 feet. And that's what we're trying to do. But passing is a difficult skill. And I've noticed this year the passing numbers for everybody are down. And I attribute that to the serving. The serving is just getting better. There's more physical servers. People are really thumping it. And Jordan's been back now. This is our 4th practice, and we've created a passing station with Jordan that the girls love, but it's really hard. And so like today, Allie and Lindsay don't get to leave practice until they get their goal in that drill. And it could take them 5 minutes, it could take them 20 minutes, and maybe even longer. But we're really trying to get them to understand how to pass really difficult serves. And, of course, Jordan's the master at it.
Jessica, we'll send it back to you.
Yes, we got to get in our first break here on the Coach Cook Nebraska Volleyball Show. Great texts and questions coming in, so keep them coming in. And contact 811 2 days before you dig to protect your underground utilities and yourself. It's free, it's easy, it's the law. More with Coach Cook and Lauren coming up right after this.
Let's face it, nothing makes you look older than you really are than thinning hair. But what if you could not only increase your hair count, but promote new hair growth without surgery, without drugs with potential side effects, and without a prescription from your doctor? Well, now you can, thanks to a breakthrough new supplement called Hair Grow, provided by New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Europe. Hair Grow is now available in the U.S. Only Hair Grow contains Tocogaya, a powerful antioxidant that has received a U.S. patent. Multiple clinical studies show Hair Grow is safe and effective in promoting new hair growth. In one study, 95% of the patients using Hair Grow saw increased hair count. Don't lose more time and more hair. Try Hair Grow today to feel and look your best. Just go to newnordicusa.com or visit Walgreens or Amazon to purchase. Look younger and feel more confident with Hair Grow by New Nordic at newnordicusa.com.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Get ready to rule the field and revolutionize your farming game with Valley, the game changer in irrigation and ag tech solutions. With time and labor-saving measures, ground truthing results, and effective input reduction, Valley provides the perfect game plan so you stay ahead of what's in the field. From the best in irrigation and cutting-edge ag tech solutions to personalized support, Valley is your winning team. Visit your local Valley dealer or valleyirrigation.com today.
At Groundworks, we take great pride in helping our Nebraska neighbors keep their homes healthy. From repairing foundations to waterproofing basements to fixing crawl spaces or lifting concrete driveways. We'd like to think our customers choose us because of our attention to detail or the fact that we're the nation's leading foundation solutions provider. What gives our customers the most comfort is we're right here in Nebraska. Visit groundworks.com for a free estimate. Groundworks, foundation solutions crafted with pride. The official foundation company of the Huskers.
Everyone knows there isn't a fan base in the country that travels like Nebraska football fans. AAA Nebraska wants to help continue that tradition with the Huskers Away Game Getaway Giveaway. They're sending one fan on the ultimate away game experience for the Nebraska-Michigan State game on November the 4th. The prize package includes 2 tickets to the game and a $2,500 AAA travel gift certificate to cover flights, hotel, and travel accommodations. Enter now for a chance to win at huskers.com/AAA football getaway. Contest ends October 18th. Expect something more with AAA.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, I'm broadcasting student Ann Gallagher with Campus News. UNL is the only Big Ten university in Nebraska, part of the only conference with an academic alliance. Being in the Big Ten means superior academics, unique student opportunities, better resources, and world-class research programs. With 72% of undergraduate students receiving scholarships or financial aid, UNL offers a Big Ten education at great value.
Hi, this is Husker National Champion and Super Bowl champ Tony Veland. October is National Chiropractic Health Month. Regular chiropractic care has been a game changer for me, both during my career and still today. It's the recommended first treatment for chronic lower back pain over prescription opioids. It's natural, drug-free, and safe for all ages. Discover the difference of chiropractic care. Relieve, restore, resume your life. Learn more at nebraska-chiropractic.org. Stay active with chiropractic.
Farming today is a combination of hard work, innovation, and partnerships to help keep us moving forward. Sapp Brothers Petroleum has provided us with fuel, propane, and lubricants on the farm for many years.
For over 52 years, Sapp Brothers has been a reliable partner to thousands of farmers across our great state. We work hard to make sure our customers have the most reliable supply, provided in the safest manner and at the most competitive price. Trust Sapp Brothers Petroleum to protect your equipment and keep your farm fueled. Sapp Brothers is proud to be an official partner of Huskers Athletics and to serve Nebraska farmers and Husker fans across America's heartland.
Hey, Mom. Yeah, I got in a crash. I'm okay. I was wearing my seatbelt.
People count on you to buckle up. Brought to you by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
As a fan, you wear your jersey on your back and your heart on your sleeve. There's a place for people like you. The Cox Fan Zone. Play NFL Pick'em and Collegiate Pick'em for a chance to win a $100 Visa gift card each week, or even a $500 Visa gift card grand prize.
Hey, Husker fans, this is Greg Sharpe. Say Fan Zone in your Contour voice remote to play. Not at home? Visit cox.com/fanzone. Go Big Red.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
Welcome back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Acres, solutions for every field. Welcome back to our Nebraska Volleyball Show. Lauren Cook-West filling in for John Baylor tonight, doing a great job. She is monitoring all the texts, so she will get to them when she can, but we've got a lot of great ones coming in. 402-413-2400, that number to call or text. Lauren, you still with us?
I am, and we're going to go to Emma from Springfield. Coach Cook, she has two questions for you. The first one, who is the most entertaining to watch or be with on the sidelines? And then the second question is, which class is your favorite, freshman, sophomore, or juniors?
Okay, those. If I answer those, you know what I think. I mean, it's a no-win answer for me. So I lose in that deal. So I'm not picking any favorites. But as I was telling you earlier in the show, you know, you got to go experience having dinner with these guys at the training table, because it is hilarious. I mean, this is one of the most fun teams I've ever been a part of, and they are. Doesn't matter if we're playing good, playing bad, they're still having fun. They're very rarely anybody's ever in a bad mood. They just love volleyball. They love hanging out with each other. We all had, a bunch of us had dinner tonight, and a bunch of them were going to get their nails done. And, you know, because that's part of their therapy, Lauren. You know, they go get their nails done, and then the ladies talk to them about life and stuff and volleyball. And so, like I said, and then the other night we're on our podcast, I think we should hire one of them just to be our therapist.
There you go. Well, you mentioned that's a good marketing tool, is to do it, you know, potentially sell a dinner with the team. I have another marketing idea for you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So have you seen the show Hard Knocks?
Yeah. They go inside with the football team?
Inside, all access. Yeah. You get behind the scenes, the nitty gritty. You should do one into Nebraska volleyball, and not just surface level. I'm talking behind the scenes, letting a camera follow you all around, and call it hard blocks.
Oh, Lauren, like it. Okay. Well, Nick's gonna. Oh, he doesn't edit this. We'll throw that on the next podcast for Nick, and then he's the guy that would make it happen. But just as a heads up, is it tomorrow they're releasing it?
Yep.
Tomorrow they're going to release The Place, which will be a documentary on the stadium match. It is. I've already seen clips of it. It's unreal.
It's Emmy award-winning series too.
Yeah. These guys are really, really good. And Lauren, we're working on. I came up with an idea. I haven't got the update today, but we're working on something super cool, like really cool, that'll blow your mind. I came up with it at 3 a.m. I woke up thinking about it. I don't know why it popped in my head, but we got one of our Husker Vision guys working on it, so we'll just save it. But if we can get it done next week, it'll be really cool.
Let me guess, it has to do with horses?
Nope.
Okay. Surprise. Nope. Well, Robert asked,
Lauren,
when all
Lauren,
the
it has to do with Zach Bryan. I'll just leave it at that.
Oh, good old Zach Bryan.
Lauren, did you see my press conference yesterday? I talked about stealing.
No.
You didn't see it? Okay. It's
with jail time.
Jail time, yeah.
Yes, we had a text come in from Mike, and he was asking what jail means in terms of missed serves.
Oh, we're going to bring in handcuffs and start putting them in jail right in practice. That's why they didn't miss today.
There you go. I think you should just sub them out. Hey, if you can't get a serve over, we'll bring in someone else
Pretty
to
soon
serve
we
for
wouldn't
you.
have anybody left to play.
True.
But anyway, I thought that was pretty hilarious. The team really liked that. So we actually thought about calling the campus police to come in with some handcuffs and arrest a couple of them.
Well,
so we're having fun with it, Lauren.
Yeah. Well, let's just get those serves over and in, okay?
Yeah, they will. They'll be great.
Robert sent us a text, and he is wondering, when all the coaches go onto the floor and have a powwow during a timeout away from the team, what are some of the discussions, or what's being talked about? What are you guys going over? What are you looking at?
Hey, Lauren, just a fun fact before I get on to answer that question.
Yeah.
The last time we missed 16 serve was in 2015. How'd that season turn out?
National champions.
Oh, okay. All right. Just a fun fact.
Ooh.
Okay. What are we talking about in timeouts and stuff?
When you're powwowed with your coaching staff, or maybe it's just Kelly, Jalen, some of the grad managers, what is being discussed?
We are looking at potentially 3 things. 1, what is the other team doing to us? What do we have to stop? What adjustments do we have to make? 2, what do we have to do if we're struggling, or what do we want to continue to do if something's really good? So we're giving feedback to the setter. And then the third thing is we have lifetime stats that Brian Magentang's taking, so we can look at our rotations. Is there a rotation we're not scoring, a rotation we're struggling in? So the next game we can flip it, rotate, do something to try to get out of that rotation. We can look at what the other team on the other team, what their passes are passing, so we know where to serve. So just there's a lot of information that's available. So those are the things that we're discussing.
Speaking of your staff, I received this question multiple times. People want to know why Jordan Larson was not on your bench this past weekend, and if she'll be sitting on the bench this upcoming weekend.
Yeah, Jordan's going with us for the rest. I mean, she'll be with us now. She just came back from Poland, was here 2 days. She had to go and take care of some stuff that she told me 6 months ago when I hired her that weekend she would have to be out of town and couldn't travel with us, and we didn't have our schedule yet. So we knew about that when we hired her, and we knew it was going to be that. It was a crazy week. I mean, she flew in from Poland, was here 2 days, then had to leave and go take care of some stuff, and that was pre-planned. So that's why she wasn't with us. But we're excited that she'll go with us on the Michigan trip, and be good to have her on the bench, and she's doing great. Love having her around.
How have you figured out her role, and how has it evolved just over the past week of her being in practices?
Yeah, we're kind of working through that, but I probably have released her more than maybe she was ready for, to work with our passers and talk to our outside hitters about what they see and what they're feeling, and passing. And she's already kind of tweaked a couple things. You see the results immediately, so it's good. Now we're going to have to do it week after week now to get it towards a habit. But, she just sees things that nobody else can see. And, she's the best in the world at passing. She's a great attacker, great blocker. And the other thing is she understands mindset and how to work through things and how to stay steady. And so she's just, that's why she's been a captain, and she's such a great player, and all these top teams want her because she makes everybody around her better.
So you obviously hired Jordan. We know you hired Kelly. She was a former player, but we had a question come in as to why you hired Jalen, or what caused you to end up hiring Jalen, because he was pretty young when you brought him on staff. Yeah.
So Jalen, he was very young. He was coaching men at BYU, and so one of my I'll call him mentor, advisor, somebody that is kind of in my circle, who knew Jalen very well, actually coached him, suggested that I interview him, and he came out, did a great interview. Your mom really liked him, so I hired him.
Wendy gets the final seal of approval.
Oh yeah. Wendy, we went to venue. We were there for 3.5 hours, and Wendy's like, "Okay, it's a done deal."
If you don't pass the Wendy test, you don't get on the coaching staff.
That's right.
On that note, Jessica, we'll send it back to you.
Dorothy Lynch Homestyle and light and lean dressing, endless flavorabilities. Hey, Lauren, the last time I was on the show filling in for JB, I was giving Coach Cook a hard time because he was all over my TikTok. Allie Batenhorst TikTok. She's got quite a following. Jordan Larson made it on Allie's TikTok this week, I noticed.
Yeah, they were all telling me about it, that because it was a year ago, I did that same TikTok with Allie. I'm like, how the heck do you remember that? She remembered it was October 2nd or whatever. So she did the same one with Jordan. So I don't get all that.
You have
TikTok,
to follow
so.
Allie Batenhorst on TikTok because there's some good stuff there. All right, let's get to another break here. Again, keep those texts and calls rolling in. Woodhouse Auto Family is your trusted auto partner with 20 brands and 20 convenient sales and service locations. We're making car buying on your terms. Visit us online at woodhouse.com. 402-413-2400, that number to call or text. More with Lauren and Coach Cook coming up.
For farmers, productivity isn't an option, it's everything. And at Valley, we feel the same, delivering game-changing technology and irrigation solutions that advance agricultural productivity, with the results to prove it. From our leading irrigation technology to expert advice, you can always rely on Valley to bring out the best in your farm. At Valley, productivity isn't an option, it's everything. Visit your local Valley dealer or valleyirrigation.com today.
Visit a participating AGCO dealer between September 11th and November 3rd and enter for a chance to win a pair of tickets to the Nebraska-Iowa football game on November 24th in Lincoln, plus pregame tailgate. See True Turf and Ag in Osmond, Columbus, and Falls City, Osceola Implement, and Kearney Equipment to enter. And you may win this season.
Other irrigation companies are finally discovering what T&L Irrigation is known for decades. Continuous movement is the best way to irrigate. While they'll have you pay for complicated upgrades to get steady, even water application with their high-voltage electric systems, all T&L Irrigation pivots and linears are propelled safely and smoothly by powerful hydrostatic drive. Continuous movement isn't new, it's the T&L standard. Don't get talked into a reinvented wheel. Pick the proven original. Call your T&L Irrigation dealer today or visit TLIRR.com. T&L, like no other.
Woodhouse has been delivering you confidence in car buying since 1975, and now we're giving you the convenience of doing it 100% online with Buy Now. Anytime, from anywhere, you can compare hundreds of hand-picked, safety-inspected, pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs that are available to purchase completely online. Shop smarter with personalized, estimated payments on all the inventory. Apply for financing and schedule your driveway delivery all online. Woodhouse, delivering a better way to car buy online with Buy Now.
In 1923, Bert R. Benjamin had a vision, an all-purpose tractor that could do more. With that, the Farmall was born. This year, Case IH is celebrating 100 years of Farmall, 100 years of milestones, 100 years of innovation, passion, grit. And they're doing it through your stories. Share them at farmall100.com. One lucky storyteller will win their own Farmall, the tractor that is the one for all.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska exists to be there with you. They are rooting for the schools and teachers who make our communities great. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska is proud to sponsor Touchdowns for Teachers and ask Husker fans to nominate outstanding educators who help Nebraska students reach their potential. If there's a teacher you want to recognize for the impact they've made in your community, find a nomination form at huskers.com/touchdownsforteachers.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Dear roads, trails, and rivers, you ready for some SUV action? Toyota SUVs can roll their sleeves up for tight turns and twisty trails, dress up for a night out on the town, or head to the great outdoors. Take your family adventure game to a whole new level with the roomy Highlander. Make a serious splash with the rugged, revved up RAV4. And tow all your toys in the spacious new Sequoia. Don't forget the trail-taming 4Runner and the sleek Venza Hybrid. All Toyota SUVs feature a whole suite of creature comforts to keep you and yours cozy in the cabin. Check out this legendary lineup at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, or Baxter Toyota of Lincoln.
What's colder than the coldest? A polar bear.
Live reports of polar bear on the loose.
Man, is it cold enough for a polar bear in here?
Yes, we use SOS. Come on in.
SOS to the rescue! Nebraska defensive lineman Nash Hubert here. People know me as the polar bear, and when I want to stay cool, I call SOS. Their techs don't make commissions, so they give you an honest opinion, fair pricing, and longer warranties than the competition, guaranteed. Mention the polar bear and get a free 10-year labor warranty on new York equipment. The best warranty in town.
Noddle Companies is proud to support Husker Athletics. As a leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Sunny's at Exarban, and Row House Townhomes on Leavenworth. Noddle Companies is adding Omaha's first hybrid timber building to the skyline. Soon to follow is Builders Green Park, surrounded by mouth-watering food, exciting retail, and a hub of thriving businesses. Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Go Huskers!
Something big is happening. Introducing Hy-Vee Perks. Now, Hy-Vee Fuel Saver is Hy-Vee Perks. Get the same great benefits like fuel savings. Plus, save even more on hundreds of products store-wide with Hy-Vee Perks prices like Tide. H Perks price $9.97. And bananas. H Perks price 39 cents a pound. Make the switch or sign up for Hy-Vee Perks and start saving today. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
Everyone remembers Nebraska's national championships and Heisman Trophy winners. Most people also know Nebraska holds the record for the longest home sellout streak. But did you know Nebraska also leads the nation with 351 academic All-Americans? Or that Nebraska has more today's top 10 award recipients than any school in the country? Beardmore Subaru is proud to support and celebrate Husker athletics and Nebraska student athletes again this season. Beardmore Subaru in Bellevue has the 3-row 2024 Subaru Ascent. It's the biggest SUV we've ever made. Love is now bigger than ever.
Get a 5-cent per gallon discount using a CVA fuel card. For a limited time, register for a fuel card and be entered to win 2 VIP tickets to a Husker football game at cvacoop.com. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation. Got a couple segments left here with Coach Cook and Lauren on our Nebraska volleyball show. Lauren, I was going to ask you this because you always ask Coach the best questions and you have the best perspective if people listen in on the radio broadcast. Do you ever think, oh, man, I probably shouldn't ask him this?
Nope. Never.
Love it.
The more difficult the question is, or the more I know it's going to stress him or put him in the hot seat, the more I want to ask it.
Yeah, you have no filter, just like Lainey.
I don't.
Well, take it away, Lauren.
People love it, though. You have to ask the hard questions. Fans appreciate that.
I know.
Speaking of questions, James is wondering, Coach, how many total people travel when you go to an away game, including the team and coaches?
Well, our whole travel party is usually 28 to 30. And that's team, staff, administrator, Husker Vision, radio sometimes. John Baylor's he traveled with us. Okay, who else am I missing here? Sports information, then a social media person. So we have a Husker Vision and a social media person. So it's quite a crew that goes. I think Lindsay, director of ops. So it's, it's a pretty big moving deal, and but we got it down on the travel and how to do it, and it's pretty organized as long as you're prepared ahead of time. So that's how we roll.
And John chimed in and wants to know, when you send over a free ball, why you just pop it right over the net to another player, why you don't try to put it in a deep corner or somewhere where a player is not available or maybe not there to play defense.
Yeah, well, the first goal is never give a free ball, and they're supposed to do that if we have to give one. So if he's got a way to figure out how to get him to do that, let me know.
So you want him to go to the deep corners?
Deep corner, or ideally we want the setter to play it. That's what their goal is, to get the setter to play it. And that's why we're on, our setter should never play a free ball. And sometimes you watch, teams will get it to the setter, and the setter won't play it, and nobody else will. So it's a stressful play, and it's not something we really work on because we're trying not to give free balls.
Another question we have is, Bergen seems to set the middle more than last year's setters. Why is that?
Because she's been told, if you want to play, set the middle. And then she's also been told, I don't want to hear Lauren complain about not setting the middle. So will you set the middle?
Well, look at what happens when you set the middle.
Yeah, I know.
You can get kills. That's probably why you have such a high attacking percentage, hitting percentage, because you actually run the middle.
It's definitely, we're putting up pretty good percentages with our middle hitters, and it definitely helps the outside hitters because it keeps those teams honest. And so it makes it hard to defend when you've got 5 hitters going, and then a setter that will attack.
How is Bergen able to create so many? We've seen her create a lot of one-on-one situations, meaning let's say she sets Harper Murray, there was maybe only one blocker in front of Harper Murray when she attacks. What is the reason, or how does Bergen create so many one-on-one situations?
Yeah, that's, Lauren, it's feel. You were really good at that. It's just some setters just have a feel of what's going on. They can feel the block on the other side, and they're able to isolate those hitters. Plus, she sets a great tempo. So, and she's neutral, so the middle blocker will get a late start because they're really not sure where she's setting, and she can hold them. You see a lot of middles will take a step the wrong way with her, so she disguises it is the best way I can explain it. And again, I'll use a football analogy because Jessica's here and love Husker football, but a quarterback that's just puts her eyes on the receiver and throws to that one receiver, well, they're easy to defend. The quarterback that's scanning the whole field, they don't know where they're going to go, and then boom, and then they can throw, and then the other team has to react. So it's no different than that.
Looks like we have another caller. Emma, you're on the line with Coach Cook.
Hi, Coach Cook.
Hello.
Hi, so I have a question and a comment.
Okay.
So how has Nicklin done being a graduate assistant?
Nicklin is awesome. She's going to be a great coach. She was born to be a coach, and she's doing an awesome job with us. I always say the setters make great coaches. Danny Busboom, Kelly Hunter, Mary Paul Miller became a dentist. But the setters understand the game, and they make the best coaches.
She seems like she'd be great. And then also, I'd just like to say that you guys are doing an amazing job entertaining and inspiring young girls like me. and that you guys made the impossible become possible.
Well, thank you. That's a great endorsement by you, and you're right. And we know that happened. It basically inspired a whole generation. So thanks for that comment, Emma.
Thank you.
Emma, thank you so much for calling in. Coach Cook, this is a question from me. You brought in Maggie Mendelson in that Indiana match for Becca Alec. And I think it came as a bit of a shock to Husker fans. We hadn't seen Maggie play in a while. Becca, she was struggling, but it wasn't her worst match. Why did you decide to make that substitution? And then moving forward, how will you decide which middles to start?
So Lauren, this is what I told him, that you're just renting your starting spot. You don't own it. And, if you don't pay the rent, you lose the spot. So, and we have players that are constantly training all to go in, and we have no problem putting them in. And so I think that puts pressure on the people that do start, that you better perform. And if you're having an off night and things aren't going well, we got somebody else that can come in and be a game changer. And it's happened several times this year. And some years you don't have that option. You just go with it. And Becca was struggling, so Maggie came in and did great. She played great.
I think we need to get to another break, so Jessica, we'll send it back to you.
Yeah, last break, and then we got one final segment with Lauren and Coach. Buckle up and put the phone down. A reminder from the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
There's room at the table, saving you money on every gallon at a CVA fuel site. Central Valley Ag offers a 5-cent per gallon discount at the pump to CVA fuel card holders. Now, for a limited time, get a 5-cent discount and be entered to win 2 VIP tickets to a Husker football game when you get a new or additional CVA fuel card. Sign up to win at cvacoop.com. Our planet is hungry. Together, we feed it. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
Visit a participating AGCO dealer between September 11th and November 3rd and enter for a chance to win a pair of tickets to the Nebraska-Iowa football game on November 24th in Lincoln, plus pregame tailgate. See True Turf and Ag in Osmond, Columbus, and Falls City, Osceola Implement, and Kearney Equipment to enter. And you may win this season.
This statement has not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
When it comes to my lifestyle and diet, I don't always make the smartest choices.
Touchdown! Woo! Hey, how about another round and some more chips?
But when it comes to taking care of my liver, I do make one very smart choice. Active liver tablets from New Nordic. I used to have real issues with my liver, and at my last checkup, my doc was concerned about my numbers. But since adding a once-a-day active liver tablet, my gut's better, I feel great, and my doctor's happy. I ask a lot of my liver, so the least I can do to say thanks is a daily dose of Active Liver.
Active Liver is one of many award-winning health products from New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Scandinavia. Purchase at Amazon.com or for a volume discount, visit NewNordicUSA.com. Available as a tablet or delicious sugar-free gummy. Protect and help your liver the easy and effective way with Active Liver at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Life doesn't come with guarantees, but working with Rob Seco comes pretty close. Our strategic investments in the seed we offer are designed to directly improve your bottom line. From full trait platforms, breeding and development, to field-by-field planning and seed-driven crop inputs, with Rob Seco, you have precisely what you need to improve plant performance and increase yield. Every farm, every crop, and every acre. Learn more at robseco.com.
It's time for some Nebraska farm facts. Want to know a fast way to rev up our Nebraska economy while helping the planet? It's right in your tank. When you fill up with clean soy-based biodiesel, you're increasing Nebraska biodiesel production while reducing greenhouse gases by up to 74%. So look for biodiesel where you fill up. It benefits our air, our economy, and our farmers. This message is brought to you by Nebraska soybean farmers, growing opportunity from the ground up.
Welcome back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture. Acres, solutions for every field. Welcome back. Final segment here of our Nebraska volleyball show. We only have a few more minutes, so I'm going to get it right to Lauren because it's the best time when you host this show, when you do this.
Coach Cook, I do not host a show without putting you through rapid fire questions. So are you ready?
Love it.
You remember how to do this?
Let's go. Yeah.
You're just going to give me the first answer that pops into your head. Don't give me some long, drug-out answer.
So
just
I can't
nice
say
and quick.
or
don't give me a full explanation. Yeah.
Okay.
I just need quick answers.
Yeah.
So here we go. What do you pass out to your coaches before the first serve?
Mints.
What kind of mints?
From Whole Foods, 365, peppermint.
Okay. Horse or a dog?
Horse. Oh, no, wait a second.
Whoa.
Oh, well, that I can't answer that.
You have to. Rapid fire in the hot seat.
Right now, horse. Because I don't have a dog.
Okay. Well, you do. You have Daisy.
Well, yeah, but she's up there, so anyway.
Okay. Travis Kelce or Taylor Swift?
Travis Kelce.
What about you, Lauren?
I don't even know one song of Taylor Swift. And, I got Lindsay Krause, who's like a Swiftie. She calls herself a Swiftie. She's got, anyway, I don't even know one song. But
Taylor Swift. Jessica, hopefully you're Taylor Swift too?
I'm a Swiftie, yep.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a Swiftie. Travis Kelce's a great football player.
You're a Kelce, not a Swiftie.
Yeah.
Do you have any superstitions?
Many.
Name one.
During circle stretch, well, if I did name them, though, is that bad luck?
Maybe.
Is it jinx? I'm not naming them.
Okay.
I have a lot.
Head coach for Nebraska football or head coach for Nebraska?
I have too many that it drives me nuts every day, so I need to let go.
Maybe go see a therapist.
Yeah. I need to go get my nails done. That's what I need to do.
There you go. Nebraska football coach or head Nebraska volleyball coach?
Volleyball.
Salty or sweet?
Sweet.
Twitter or Instagram?
Instagram. No, it's called X now, right?
Twitter is.
No, Twitter is, X, whatever X is.
Jalen Reyes or Kelly Hunter?
Skip. Next question.
Nope, you have to answer it.
I'll take the fifth.
I'll guess Kelly Hunter for you.
I'd rather play golf with Jalen and go out to dinner with Kelly. How's that?
Love it. If you could have dinner with one person, dead or alive, who would it be?
Bill Belichick.
Well, thank you so much, Coach Cook, for your time tonight. Jessica, I appreciate you. Thank you, Cole Hartman. Thank you for producing this. And Jessica, I'll send it back to you.
Lauren, great job as always. When's the next Kicking Back with the Cooks? Because I know people will want to know. You guys have it. You just dropped one, right, recently?
We did. And hopefully we'll record in the next week or two.
And one other quick one. Someone asked when you're going to be back in Devaney. Do you know yet?
Tell them it's a surprise.
Okay. All right. We'll stay tuned for that. All right. For Lauren Cook-West and John Cook, thanks so much for listening. Great job as always, Lauren. Always a pleasure to have you on. We definitely should do this more often. Best of luck this weekend, Coach.
Thank you, Jess.
All right. And thanks for listening. We'll be back a full 2-hour show of Sports Nightly coming up tomorrow night before we'll be on the air for football on Friday night. Have a great night, everybody.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts. At Nebraska, our people will always be our greatest asset. Day-by-day donors give our teams the best opportunity to compete and win through their generous donations. Our vision for the future is ambitious and requires help from those who want to see Husker athletics excel at the highest level. Go big and join thousands of other Huskers Athletic Fund members with your gift today at huskers.com/donate.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The 2024 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. It will take you as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and up to 9.5 inches of ground clearance. Plus, 96% of Outback vehicles sold in the last 10 years are still on the road today. The 2024 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you. Longevity based on Experian Automotive Vehicles in Operations versus total new registrations for model years 2023 to 2022 as of December 2022.
There's room at the table. Saving you money on every gallon at a CVA fuel site, Central Valley Ag offers a 5-cent per gallon discount at the pump to CVA fuel card holders. Now, for a limited time, get a 5-cent discount and be entered to win 2 VIP tickets to a Husker football game when you get a new or additional CVA fuel card. Sign up to win at cvacoop.com. Our planet is hungry. Together, we feed it. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
It's being well supported by a provider who understands your health interests and goals. It's ensuring you are well connected to a team of caregivers and specialists. It's feeling well cared for by having someone you can turn to who sees you for you. That's the power of being well matched. And that's exactly what CHI Health Clinic's My Provider Match does.